Okay, I want to make my hair. I'm at my next door salon. This is how my hair looks. It's actually in shrunken state. So you can still use my old videos like showing the routine, my hair routine and all for length. So yeah, today's hairstyle is goddess locks. I think there are some other names. I think I even wanted to do full locks or something. But anyway, is this goddess locks that is either a twist or a normal long braid that has curly things at the side. By using attachments all through, you can actually use a curly attachment. They told me also, but that one can be more expensive. So we are going to use attachment for the full goddess looks. So watch and see how it's made. You might even be able to make it on your own if you have the time, if you have like the curly things and all. But anyway, just watch and see how it's made. I'll see you when my hair is all fleek. See you.
Okay, so I'm going to be doing a voiceover from here onwards, and I just wanted to correct myself. I said goddess locks, but actually I'm not doing locks. I'm just doing a braiding hairstyle that has curly features on it. So I don't know exactly what the name of this hairstyle is, but if I'm to say, I'll just say a normal braid that has curly tips with a curly body feature. So that's that about that. So let me just go on with how to make these curly braids. First of all, she was parting the hair in lines, just like boxes, but straight lines. She wasn't doing the pattern that is triangular. So first of all, she would take hair, part it, and then put the hair small, small. So she had about 5 pieces of smaller sized attachments that she was adding at every, I think, double stops or triple braid stops. So for this back part now, we weren't including the curly body wave, because for the back this is actually not needed and it is going to make the hair to be too full. So for this back, we didn't bring out any hair. She braided it until the end, and then she left some of the attachments at the end so that we'll have a curly tip. No need for a curly body. So that's how the hair looked, just behind, just straight lines. And here I want to show you guys again how we make it. She has added one piece and she's adding another piece after braiding it 2 or 3 steps lower. What we were doing is that if we keep hair for curly wave, body wave on this first one, we will not keep for the second one. So we were doing it alternate body waves, or keeping out hair for alternate body waves. So we were not making curly body waves on all of them. So for this one, we did not keep any attachments out for the body wave, and the next one we are going to keep for the body wave. So that's how we're doing it. One will have body wave, the next one will not, the next one will have, the next one will not. That way it's going to be uniform, it's not going to be full and all. Okay, so keep watching. So here now we have done a couple of them, and I'm just showing you that, see, for the second one, we brought out 2 sets of attachments for the body wave. So I forgot to tell you guys that it's actually two pieces of attachment that we brought out. And for this one that she's making now, we are going to bring out two. So I'm just trying to show you or start early, so I'll show you guys how it's brought out. Okay, so as she's joining, see now she joined one now and she left one piece out of the double body piece that she added. Just like, let's say you want to add attachment and you hold the middle part of the attachment, so she held the middle part of the attachment to put it like as two pieces since she's holding the middle, and as she was braiding she left one out, one part of the hair from the middle inclusion, if you get what I'm saying. But I also believe that you can see it so you have an idea if you're making it on your own, like if this is a DIY braiding for you, you understand. So see how the hair came out looking just small, and you don't want to make the braid itself bulky because the curly feature or the curly braid on it is going to make it too full if you make it bulky. Then here I wanted to show you guys like that my hair, I washed it and braided it. But after making this hair, I realized that to reduce all those tangles, it's better to wash your hair in the braids like this. Wash your scalp in the braids like this. And then when you're done, when you keep the hair for, let's say, a day or two, it will dry and then you can loosen it. You don't have to wash it again. That way the tangles will be significantly reduced. Like, you should try this. I'm telling you, significantly reduced. Your hair will be like somewhat of a stretched hair. Okay, now these are the curly hair styling tools that we used. So there's a small one and a very big one. I think they use the small one. Yes, they use the small one on the curly feature on the body, and then they use the big one on the curly tips to make the curly tips. Okay, so see how she's doing it. You put it in just like a pen cover. When you put it, and then you start curling it according to the curls on this curling tool. So you curl it just accordingly. You'll be following the curly tip just like that. And if you don't have this tool, what you can also use is that hair rollers, the rollers that we use here in Africa to roll our weavons. You use that one. I'm going to insert a clip here to show you what I mean, because I made another curly hair after this. I'm sorry I've not been posting, guys, but I'll just be trying to post like when I can. I'll try and I'll post something. Okay, please subscribe. Don't wait for me to be posting so consistently, because that time is going to come, but not yet, please. So subscribe, like, and comment. Okay, I always reply my comments. Any questions you have, ask me. Okay, I'll answer. Then this curly tool has a clip at the end. It always comes with it, so if you have it, that's what you do. You just clip the curly cover at the end, and then it will stay. If that's not the case and you're using a bendy roller, you use the bendy roller over the end of the hair. Then here I'm just showing you guys that it's actually the bigger size rollers that we used for the lower part of the hair, the curly tip of the hair, the down part, not the body wave. So now, next thing in the usual fashion, even though I'm feeling like, are you sure this is actually a good, healthy thing for our hair? Natural hair. I don't think it's good that we pour hot water on our hair. But anyway, it's something that it's a norm, and I've not been able to wrap my head around it. I've not been able to stop it. So yeah, that's that about that. So you put the hot water on the rollers on the hair so that it forms the curls, because the hot water helps to form the curls. Okay, if you're also using a bendy ruler, the one for the weave on, that's perfectly fine. I think the hot water also doesn't damage those rollers. So you just make sure it gets to the tip, like every part of the hair, so every part of the hair gets curly. For this one, I think the hair curling tool that we had wasn't enough to use on the whole hair, so we just did it on half part of the hair, and then when we removed the rollers, we used it for the other parts of the hair where it wasn't enough to get to. So once you put the hot water, I think you can immediately even remove it. But the way she was removing it, this girl, was the wrong way. You're supposed to remove it according to the pattern. So see, this other lady was telling her that you're spoiling these curls. And actually it was true. This curl that she loosened was, it ended up being like a wriggly, English is hard. It ended up being like not a uniform curl exactly. So that was how it was. You're supposed to just roll it according to how it was rolled, and not just any way. You're just supposed to roll it the opposite of how you put it on. Simple. And the curl will come out nicer. Okay, so that was what they now started doing, and then the curls came and became more uniform. So here we had already done the other part of the hair that the rollers didn't get to. So she was just spraying it just to keep the curls and to make it shiny. So yeah, that was it. I slept with the wet hair. I couldn't record it anymore. So thank you everybody for watching. Mwah.